Now, let's bring in our next guest, Billy. Julius Rasmussen from Stuff Busters. Julius, how's it going, buddy?
Hello, I'm just barely alive. How are you?
Well, yeah, it's about the same.
Yeah.
Now, Stuff Busters, what is it you guys do?
All day long, all we do is deal with junk. That's it.
You just deal with junk.
Junk of all
Not
kinds.
your junk, other people's junk,
Other people's
right?
junk. We're head over heels into junk.
Do you stay busy?
Well, that's a loaded question. If we have a lot of business, we're pretty busy. The rest of the time, I'm lying around. Yeah,
Okay.
waiting for a job.
What kind of junk are you picking up?
Well, name it and claim it. I just can't pick up toxics like paints, whatnot, like that.
Okay. But, what is it that you have there in your hand, Julius?
Oh, I'm sorry you noticed that. Well, today, I went to the trouble of putting this big PowerPoint presentation together.
Oh, you did a PowerPoint presentation.
And then I came down here and I give it to the man, and he said, "We don't do PowerPoint here."
Okay. But you do have some pictures that you brought us.
Sort of. I got the pictures and no explanation, but all the weight is on you.
Oh,
Yeah.
The weight is on me. Okay,
Yeah.
well, why don't we do this? We're going to show a picture. It's going to be right there on the monitor, and we're going to walk through it together. Is this a refrigerator?
No, I just broke my leg. I think we're going to stumble through it.
Oh,
So we're going to start with a fridge.
and that's a refrigerator. And why do you have a picture of a refrigerator up
It's
there?
it's an old one. It's about the same age as I am.
They
we're
didn't
talking
make
about-
refrigerators that long ago.
That's a good point. This is all about appliances and their lifespan.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do here is put you on the spot by saying, how long do you think each appliance should last? And I'll go through each one, and I'll tell you one of the, they did a little poll on it at one point, found out what the true figures are, and I'll give the true figures after you guess.
Okay, let's go.
And I'll guess as well.
I'm ready.
Okay. You're going to buy a refrigerator.
Okay.
How long you think that refrigerator is going to last you?
I don't know, 25 years.
I feel the same. It should be about 25
About
years.
25. I mean, I don't think we ever got a new refrigerator when I was a kid. I think it was the same one from the time I was born till the time I moved out.
That's probably it right there.
It might be. How long does a refrigerator last, Julius?
Now, the average would be about 14 years. But they go anywhere between 10 and 18 years.
Okay. And your point being what?
I don't have any point.
Oh,
I'm just trying to give you an idea of what the lifespan of these things are.
thanks.
So we don't get any big ideas about, well, we're going to have this refrigerator forever.
You got to make plans. Plan ahead.
And also, if you're going to...
I just lost 11 years.
You did.
Yeah.
And if you're going to have a refrigerator, you want to try to preserve it as long as possible because you don't want to buy another one.
What can you do to preserve your refrigerator?
I'm saving that till last.
Oh, you're
Okay.
going to say that for last. Okay.
Yeah. That's a surprise.
He whispered that.
Yeah.
So no one would hear.
Anyways,
Okay.
the next one is freezers. If you can bring
Ooh,
that
a
up.
freezer.
You got that?
Okay. Now
I don't see it.
not a lot of people have freezers anymore. But how long should one last? Let's go 14 years, like the refrigerator.
And I would say that it should last about 30 years. But they predict 16 years as average.
Do you want me to ask the questions, Julius? You want?
Why not? It'll work just as well.
Okay, all right.
Anyways, it'll go an average of about 16 years, and it'll go as long as 20 years.
Okay.
All right.
Freezers.
All right. Electric stoves.
An electric stove, again, something that I don't think my parents ever replaced the stove in our house.
Let's
I'm
have a
going to say
figure.
they should last probably 30 years.
Me too. But they last about 16 as an average.
Okay.
And they range between 13 and 20. So you're short. You've gone over it by 10 years or so.
Not too bad. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a pretty good guess, right?
That's better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the next one is gas stoves, and I'm going to skip it because it's so close to the other one.
Okay.
And
All
then dishwashers.
A dishwasher.
Dishwasher.
Okay, well, I know a little bit about dishwashers. I'm going to say that dishwashers don't last as long as the other appliances because of the moving parts. 8 years.
Come on. Give it a little bit better.
What do you
It's
mean?
12
That
years.
was my guess.
It's 12 years average. And you came close to the bottom would be 9, the top would be 16.
Okay. Just so you know, I cannot
Not
see
bad.
through that paper.
All right, the next one is garbage disposal, which is pretty exciting.
Okay.
How long do you think they should last? No matter what you throw in them.
See, an exciting garbage disposal at 25 years.
I would say more like 15, but they say 13 as an
Okay.
average, and the range is between 10 and 15. And then we have electric clothes washers.
Your washer. That I don't know. Those again, moving parts, pretty heavy. I'm going to say 10 years.
I would say they should last at least 15, but they're saying 12, and they range between 8 and 16.
Who is they? Who's taking this poll?
I'm sorry you asked that. I got this from a website. It's called Mr. Appliance.
Oh, of course. Well, that
And
sounds
they
official.
they sell franchises to anyone who's smart enough to do it. And the last question I have is,
Darn it! It's the last one.
yeah, very disappointing, but
Yeah.
true. The gas clothes dryers, how long do they last?
A gas clothes dryer. Let's see. There'd be no real heating element, right? Because it's gas.
Right.
I'm gonna say 20 years.
I would say they should last 25, but they only last 13 by an average, and they range between 11 and 16. Now, if you get an electric one, they last for 14 years, and the range is between 11 and 18 years.
I'm starting to feel like I've been duped.
Right.
Because
What do you got,
Dead
Julius?
air.
What do you got? The suspense is killing everybody.
it's killing me.
Yeah. I bet. Yeah, what do you-
It's called dead air. Anyways, what I'm leading up to here is the very thing that I'm suffering from, and it's called old age.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
We all have a lifespan, we all have a shelf life, and I'm nearing mine. So we're talking about obsolescence. And much of the obsolescence is called what? Planned or programmed obsolescence, right? So you build a refrigerator, you make sure that the condenser or whatever it is inside of it doesn't last.
Because replacement parts, people don't do them.
Well, they just hook it up inside to where you can't just pull it out and replace it. So you're stuck with getting a new refrigerator. So they build into the product before you even buy it the fact that you cannot replace it by fixing it. You have to replace it by buying it. That's planned obsolescence.
Well, that seems to work out pretty good for stuff busters, doesn't it?
Yeah, you would think, but we have a philosophy. I have a mascot called the Junk Skunk, and the Junk Skunk has a philosophy of first, if it's going to wear out and it's junk and you don't really need it, don't buy it. The second one is, when you buy something, you try to make it last as long as possible because you don't want it to go to the dump. And even though I take junk, I know there's going to be plenty of junk, whether we're careful with it or not. And the third one is a combination of what's in the junk. What does it do to a person when he imbibes it in his system? And I have a little example here, if you can stand it.
Okay.
This little bottle right here.
Right. Bottle of water.
Bottle of water. It's worse than a bottle of wine because it has plastic. And the plastic has something in it called bisphenol A. Bisphenol A has an estrogen mimicker. It mimics estrogen, and it's a synthetic particle. It
So
goes in.
men that drink that will get boobs.
Yep.
Well, some of them already are boobs. But what I hope not. But what happens is the men, as you mentioned, the men are affected. Also, the women are affected. And Jim Hightower, who was a very famous writer, he said, you know, all you men out there, you're not the man that your fathers were. You're only half the man. And why did he say that? Because the sperm count in the men these days is way down.
Oh, really?
That goes all the way from frogs to men. And throughout nature, the sperm count is down. So this kind of thing in nature, this bisphenol A, Goes in, it mimics estrogen, and it gets all the estrogen that's normal inside of you all excited, and it's throwing a party. And while it does that, it messes with your heart trouble, you get diabetes, you get all kinds of ailments, including cancer. And that's just from plastic. So what we're trying to do with the junk skunk, is draw attention to the fact that not only are you having to be careful what you buy, but be careful what's in what you buy, because it's going to be in your body. It actually leaches through into the water. And this thing is what you take to the gym. These guys are exercising, they think they're getting in great shape, and they're feeding this to their babies in the same size bottle, and it's getting into that system of that baby. And sometimes people have as many as 700 separate little synthetic chemicals in their body. 700. You believe that?
You know what, Julius? We have to take a quick commercial break. Okay, let's bring back Stuff Busters with Julius Rasmussen. You wanted to do your entry.
Yeah.
You wanted the clapping and everything.
Yeah, well, I didn't get very much, but standard. I'm back with a couple of ideas here. Let's see what you think of it.
Hold on. Did I hear you could get gold out of a monitor?
Not
or out of a computer?
You probably did. But I don't deal with that kind of thing. I just turn it over to a friend of mine, and he takes it to one of those specialty places that tears them down. The gold and the lead and all that stuff. And they make big bucks out of it.
So there is gold in the computer? There's
gold everywhere. But it ain't much, you know. It's mostly
what are you getting to?
Okay. I'm one of those people that like to talk about anything and everything. I want to know what's going on in the world. Okay? I want to know.
You came to the right place.
And I want to know what's going on in the stuff I eat. And the stuff that contains the stuff I eat. And that's the reason I got into this other thing with this mascot I have, the junk skunk.
The junk skunk.
The junk skunk, we're pointing to the things that really matter. And just because we're taking junk and taking it to a landfill doesn't mean we don't care about what the heck's happened to the people dealing with this junk. One of the biggest things of all is I'm trying to tell people to look out for certain things, but it's putting them to sleep. You know, the eyes glaze over. And I have a little song that goes with that.
You gonna sing for us, Julius?
Oh, I don't know about singing. We'll see what we have here. And you've heard this song, I Really Don't Want to Know? It goes something like, how many arms have held you and hated to let you go? And how many lips have kissed you and set your soul aglow? How many, I wonder, but I really don't want to know. And I'm changing that to...
Well, wait a minute. That's a song?
It is.
That's a song? William Shatner's got nothing on you, Julius.
I guess not, especially after that one. So I've changed the words a little bit. How many harms have harmed me and refused to let me go? How many compounds have invaded me and lined up all in a row? How many, I wonder, but I really don't want to know. And so I get out there and
Wow, Jackie Myers band's nervous. Yeah, right.
I bet. And I tell people about this stuff, and they're falling asleep. So the reason
I can't imagine that, Julius.
Yeah, I'm trying to wake them up because you know our lives are on the line. Stuff that we're eating. You heard about the genetically engineered
GMOs.
GMOs that go into your food. You talk about the old Fukushima thing. The radiation got in the air, and now it's going all over the world. People need to know about that, and it goes on and on and on. But what it amounts to is, if you really want to know what to do about what you eat, what you're exposed to, you have to find out. You know, it takes some research, and what really makes it good is you have the computers, you have the internet, and you can go out there and research it, and it's right there in front of you. When my dad was young, he said, these people keep on telling me to eat a lot of iron in my food, get a lot of nourishment. Over and over, put iron in your food. He says, I'm still trying to work to get the lead out. So...
Go ahead, bring me back in, Bill.
You're going to need a laugh machine on that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, there's lead in the environment, but along with that, there's a whole pile of other things, and we have to be very cognizant of it. And to sum it all up, with the junk skunk in the Stuff Busters, we're very keen on making people be careful what they buy, not buy something they don't use and discard it. Be careful how long the item is going to last and take care of it while you have it. And most of all, be careful what's in the items that you're buying, because it's going to get into your environment. They have rugs that they're putting out there, and they have sofas they're putting out there with fire retardants in them, and they're making the kids sick. Some of these kids are
The
winding
fire retardants are making kids sick.
Yeah, so no matter which way you turn, you have to be very careful. If you're going to buy a new sofa or a new rug carpeting, try to get the organic carpeting. The sofas are a lot harder to find, though.
Your organic sofas?
Yeah. Well, I don't know about organic, but they have some that don't have the
If
retardant.
people have junk around their house, they need to get picked up, and they need to get a hold of Stuff Busters. How do they do it, Julius?
Well, there's my number on the screen. I'm at 824-0989, and you give us a call, and we'll be there waiting for your call. And also, we have a little incentive for you. We try to make life more pleasant, give you a pleasant aroma. We'll give away a air freshener for you.
You're going to give away air freshener to everybody that calls you to come pick up their junk?
That's right. But
Wow!
It's plastic.
Oh.
Whoops.
All right. Hey, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back on the buzz. Stick around.